It's everybody's favourite topic, electricity. Here's 20 questions for you. Most of these are good for GCSE as well as A-level. 1. What is current? That is the definition, symbol, unit and equation for it. Current is the rate of flow of charge. The symbol is I and the unit is A for amps or amperes. Because it's rate, that means that we calculate it by doing whatever it is the rate of, that's charge, divided by time. So I equals Q over T. Some people prefer to remember it as Q equals IT instead. 2. What is PD? That's potential difference or voltage. There's two equations this time. PD is the energy that a coulomb of charge loses or gains when passing through a component. We can think of it as joules per coulomb. Symbol and the unit is V, so that's nice and easy, volts, and the first equation is V equals E energy divided by Q charge. You might know it as work divided by charge. And Ohm's law, of course, V equals IR. That's going to be the one that you're going to be using far more. 3. Resistors are ohmic conductors. What does that mean, and what does the graph look like? Or what does the IV characteristic look like? It's a straight line because it's got a constant resistance. That's what ohmic means. Rather, we should say constant resistance when we change the PD. 4. How do you obtain the resistance from the graph? You pick a point on the line and then you rearrange Ohm's law to get R equals V divided by I. It's not the gradient like some people are led to believe. 5. What does the graph look like for a filament, that is a piece of metal, and why? It's a curved line. The current doesn't increase as much at higher PDs. That's because electrons flow and they collide with the ions in the metallic lattice. The temperature increases and they vibrate more. Increasing the current increases the frequency of these collisions, therefore increasing the resistance. And yet, because it's not a straight line, we say it's a non-ohmic conductor. 6. What does a diode do and what does the graph look like? A diode only lets current through in one direction. That means that it has a very high resistance in one direction and a low resistance in the other. The resistance breaks down in the positive direction at about 0.5 to 1 volt. 7. What do you know about the current and PDs for these identical resistors in series? They must have the same current because it's just one loop, and the PD across each is 3 volts because the 6 volts must be completely used up by the circuit. 8. What do you know about the current and voltages for these identical resistors? They're in parallel, even though it might not look like it. Be careful when they draw parallel circuits like this. But it does mean that the PD across each has to be the same. Anything in parallel has to have the same PD, so it's 6 volts across each. The total current of the circuit has to be shared between them, and because they're identical, it means that half the total current is going to flow through each resistor. 9. Two resistors in series can be called a potential divider. What is the PD across each resistor in this case? 4 volts across the 50 ohms and 8 volts across the 100 ohm resistor. That's because, as a rule of thumb, the bigger the resistance, the bigger share of the total voltage it gets. That's because the ratio of the voltages is equal to the ratio of the resistances. So we can say V1 over V2 equals R1 over R2, or it works with total voltage as well. V1 over V total is equal to R1 over R total. Use whichever you've got the data for. 10. What are these components and what do they do? We have an LDR on the left and we have a negative temperature coefficient thermistor. You don't really have to worry about the NTC bit, it just means that it does the opposite to a filament. That means that the higher intensity of light for the LDR or a higher temperature for the thermistor, we get a lower resistance for them. That's basically because the extra energy is shaking electrons loose to conduct, as it were. 11. In this simplified street lamp circuit, where should you attach the bulb? Okay, let's go through this one step at a time, nice and logic-like. If it gets darker, then the resistance of the LDR increases. So that means that its share of the total voltage increases too. So if we put a bulb in parallel across the LDR, then that gets a higher voltage too. 12. What is the equation to calculate electrical power? There are 3 versions. P equals IV is the main one, and then if we substitute an Ohm's law instead of I or V, we get I squared R or V squared over R. Use the one that you have the data for. 13. What is the total resistance in this case? We have two 1 kilo ohm resistors in parallel. Okay, the general method is 1 over the total resistance equals 1 over R1 plus 1 over R2, but quite often you'll have two identical resistors in parallel. In that case, the total resistance is half one of them, so it's going to be 500 ohms. Okay, let's finish off with a few questions that are just for A-level. 14. What is the symbol, unit, and equation for resistivity? The symbol is the Greek letter rho, it's not a P. The unit is ohm meters, not ohms per meter. And the equation is R equals rho L over A. 15. What happens to the resistance of a wire if you double its diameter? The resistance goes down by a factor of 4. And that's because area is proportional to D squared. 16. How can you obtain resistivity from this graph and this circuit? The rearranged version of the equation is rho equals RA over L. The gradient is R divided by L, so therefore rho is equal to the gradient times A. 17. What is EMF? It's electromotive force, it's voltage gained, so therefore it is a PD, but specifically it's the energy a coulomb of charge gains when it passes through a battery or power pack or something that supplies energy. 18. What are Kirchhoff's or Kirchhoff's laws? First law is charge is conserved at a junction, so that means that the total current going in must equal the total current out. Second law is the sum of EMFs must equal the sum of PD drops in any closed loop. Like it says, careful, if we have two batteries that are facing in the opposite direction, then we have to make one of the EMFs negative. 19, what are these? Epsilon is EMF, that's the total PD supplied by a battery or power pack. IR is the terminal PD, it's the voltage available to the circuit or available to the load resistance as we can call it, and then I_r is the PD lost in the battery due to the internal resistance, little r. 20. What two things can this graph tell you? The y-intercept is the EMF, that's the terminal PD when there's no current flowing, and the gradient is equal to the internal resistance. So if that helps, then please leave a like, and if you haven't seen my video making a mind map on all of this stuff, then click on the card and it'll take you there.